Hi there, Mark here again. Welcome to this video about body prep of my Mitsubishi Lancer Evo 7. We're going to get this shell here ready for spraying. So what I need is the window masks and some basic tools for cutting out. I've got some wet and dry that I use to smooth off the cut edges and some masking tape. We've got Rob on the camera.
Hiya.
Hi mate. Let's get on with it then. What I'm going to do first before we start is just to cut off this lip that's on all of these Tamiya shells, and that'll make it easier to get it at the cut line. So I'll just get rid of that now. Okay, so that's the lip taken off. What I'm going to do now is get a nice sharp set of straight stainless steel scissors. The sharper the better, and I'm going to cut as close as I can to the straight edges on the body. So you can actually go along the lines, the cut lines, with a pen, can't you, Rob?
You can, I do.
If you to make it a bit easier to see, but with Rob's light shining on it here, I can see quite well. So just get that right up against like that. That looks quite close, doesn't it, Rob?
Yeah.
And what I'll do is I tend to use wet and dry because the plastic doesn't stick into the paper when it's wet, with a bit of soapy water in there, a bit of soap on it just to clear it out, and I'll rub along that later to smooth that off. But that's looking quite good. For this bit now, I'm going to have a quick go on camera. On the last couple of body videos I did, we got Derek from Holly Hill RC. Derek.
Hiya.
And he said, oh, I wanted to see you cut out the wheel arches. So this is for you, Derek. He's got a great channel. I'll put you a link up at the top there. This is how I do it, Derek. These are the little curved scissors I use, and I just gently and slowly follow the line around. And as you see, these scissors, although they're very small, make quite an easy job of it. He says. It's always harder doing it on camera, isn't it, Rob, than...
It isn't half.
But no, it's not too bad. There we go, getting there now. Okay. I don't know if you can see that, but I'm quite close there. That's how I tend to do it, to the actual cut line. And it's quite smooth, isn't it? Straight away with those, so recommended. And again, what I'll need to do is get some soapy water, get my wet and dry. And I know, Rob, you tend to use some blocks, don't you, to hold the paper? But the way I do it is I use my hand to form the shape, and I'll just rub away at it like so, and I find that tends to give me a decent finish. But we can see that later when I get to that. So there you go. I'm just going to carry on going around the rest of the shell in exactly the same manner. So there she's cut out then. So I've taken off all the excess material that I want to. As you can see, I tend to cut right up to the shown cut lines. And if you can see there, I've only used scissors so far. So basically I haven't got much rubbing down to do. Okay, so now as mentioned that I use wet and dry, just to show the technique that I use. I don't want to go and get Rob here hanging over the sink with water everywhere. So we've got some of this amazing paper. It's called Production Free Cut from 3M, and it's got kind of a soap built into it, hasn't it, Rob?
Yeah.
So basically your particles don't get caught up in the grit of the paper. So basically this is what I do. Usually, like I say, it's normally wet, but just for the sake of it, I fold the paper over a few times like that, and then basically get it so that it forms the curve. I don't know if you can see there, Rob.
Yeah.
Don't need to worry about it too much, but just trying to, and basically go along the line. I don't go across this way because that wouldn't give me the curve. But if you just let it flow, you'll get a feel for it, and the paper, as I say, will form that arc. And a bit of fine pressure, and just basically keep working on it like so. keep checking every now and again, see how you're going up against that line. And as you can see, we've got a really nice smooth finish to that now already, and that's just taken a couple of minutes with this paper. So yeah, that's the way I do the wheel arches. So all of the cut edges have been rubbed down now. I've washed the shell in the sink with a bit of soapy water. As you can see, you've just gone round with a marker pen for the edges of the windows, which you'll see in a minute. Window masks have been cut out. I'll start with, luckily on them it does tell you which one it is. This is the right front, so that's going to go in there. You just turn it over and you'll see that the mask is itself quite a little bit bigger than the actual window aperture. So what we need to do is get that so it just overlaps about equal amounts. Something like that, do you think, Rob?
Yeah, looks about right to me.
Okay, so what we normally do with this then is peel off a small amount of the backing. Okay. So we'll just take off, I don't know, centimetre or so, Rob?
Yeah.
Something like that. And this stuff is quite flexible and quite stretchy, isn't it?
Yes.
So you will get a bit of give in that. So what I'm going to do is just push it away a little bit. Offer it up, he says. Trying to get it to stick on. Let's have a look. So it's about the same overlap, like I say. How about that? I think that's somewhere near. And then just apply a bit of pressure and stick that down. It's a bit low at the front there, but hopefully what's going to happen is the stickers that are supplied that go for the around the windows will cover over that bit, won't it?
Yeah.
That's the idea anyway. It looks about right to me. So and just slowly peel it off like so. And what I do is push down in the middle, so it's stuck in the middle, and then move slowly outwards, forcing it down. And it's probably a good idea once you've done that to turn it over, and you want these edges really, it's the edges mainly, isn't it, Rob?
Yeah.
So you don't want the spray bleeding underneath that, so give it some pressure. Make sure it's stuck well down. Shall we have a go at sticking the back one on? Let's stick the back one, or should we do the massive front one? What do you reckon?
I don't know.
Let's go for the front.
I hate the front one.
Yeah, well, it's the hardest one. So, because we've got a curvature in the window itself, you'll find it's a bit more difficult to find out where the edges should go, because it won't lie flat, will it, with the backing on? But yeah, it's going to go about there. So we'll do exactly the same as we did this side, and just peel off a small strip. That was a bit easier than the other one. Now this one will be a bit trickier, because this will, we'd imagine, stick down as soon as we get the push it into place. So just trying to move it backwards a bit, but here we go. Yeah, so I thought it would. Get it somewhere near like that. Okay, I think that was a pretty good guess, wasn't it?
Yep.
We've got a bit there of a gap. Do you reckon pull it down a fraction there?
Yeah.
I think so. So you can, with it, before you've really pressed it on, you can reposition without losing your adhesion, your stickiness. Does it look a bit better? Yeah,
Yep.
looks good to me. Oh, again, push that on. The same again. I think that looks close enough, Rob. So what we'll do then is apply the rest and come back for the masking of the bottom. So that's all the window masks applied now, and I've just had a quick go at masking up the first piece of the bottom there of the chassis, the bodywork I should say, it's a chassis. You can see I've lipped some over the top to seal it as well, but basically that's just on that edge. So I'll just have a quick go at this one on camera. So some of this thin masking tape, I'll move it so I can see through the cloth, and I need to go along that edge there. So make sure it overlaps, just fold that around and then follow that line along best as I can. Yeah, that's looked good to me. And then just again make sure you lap it over. So all I need to do is just put a little bit more masking just to cover over the little bit of clear plastic, fold that over the sides, and then for a bit of fun I've got to do the same along the front and the back, so I'll just get on with that now. Right, well that was fun. So now we've got the masking for the white off at the bottom. As you can see, it's level all the way around, about, I don't know, a centimetre, something like that, maybe 7mm all the way around. Apart from when we come to the front here, if you can see there, Rob, on the diagram, just the bottom there of the entry into the grill, or the oil cooler, or whatever would be in there, it says that's white as well, so I've had to mask off, if you can see there, that as well. Otherwise it's just the same thickness. I know it looks a bit of a mess. I've just masked around the edge because this tape was just about a tiny fraction too small to cover right to the end, so I've lipped it over so we don't get any red on the very edge of the shell. Okay, so thanks for watching. Hopefully you'll join us for the spraying and the stickering. Hope to see you soon. Bye.
Bye.